my name's Tina Cribbin, I live in Hopton Court. So I've been writing, which is a bit strange for me. I was working for a while, then I became ill and wasn't working, wasn't doing much. And then Phil and Tracy from One Manchester and Top of the World project came into the block and was like, do you want to do something with the Royal Exchange? And I was like, not a chance, not interested. The last thing I felt we needed was culture or art, because I felt like you're not dealing with the basics. But anyway, after a bumpy ride at the beginning, I just fell in love with it. It was one of the most amazing experiences. And I found that I just kind of fell in love with writing. I just wanted to carry on and do more with that. The thing for me, what was really good was, it was the first time, instead of reacting to things around me, I was creating stuff, and I was able to put my stuff out there instead of going to meetings and just kicking off like I did, or, you know, I've had enough, and I put it in a poem and suddenly people were actually interested in that. I wrote this kind of like usually 4 a.m. in the morning, sat listening in the flat, and kind of like what home means to you as well. People assume that if you live in a tower block it's a place to live, but it's not a home. But it is a home. So this is called In the Veins of the Story. The veins of my flat will tell you true stories of the lives that have lived here before me. In the 4 a.m. mornings, when it's only time I hear peace, they peak. I catch glimpses of smiles, of small talk chatter, good nights and make-up laughter. And those dreams are what this little home means. But you didn't get to know them. You assume failure is in my genes. My box space shows the lives of the displaced, misplaced, forgotten echoes of a life that you only saw as toxic waste. I wonder if, like me, they couldn't be heard from all the way up here. So instead we scream at the walls, or just inside the frightened corners of our mind, until even the sound of footfalls on the balcony make fear and isolation become entwined. That's been a theme that's been throughout everything, hasn't it? It's this storytelling that keeps coming up time and time again, and I think it's what's important is the people get, there's something really special about having the chance to have your own story heard. I remember in Can You Hear Me, when we very first did it, and I did the Concrete poem, and I had to have 2 people holding my ankles either side of me because I was shaking. I'd never experienced someone listening, properly listening, and after I'd done it, it allowed me to kind of let go of stuff and let me think about other things, and it made me realise that everybody should have the right to have the stories, you know, tell their own story and be listened to. And now when I do it in the group or see it with other people, it's I sense there's magic, there's a bit of magic about it. And I think a lot of the time with Hume, what's happened is there's been professionals telling stories, there's been developers telling stories, but they haven't heard the stories from our side really, and that's what I wanted to capture.